All right, good evening. This is Pete Wichert, and this is a special at-home broadcast of The Truth is Stranger Than Fiction. My main guy, Danny, basically is sick as a dog, and he informed me, that he couldn't make it. So I got home. I was supposed to go to Ferguson to meet up with InfoWars with Joe Biggs over there and those guys and do some reporting for The Truth is Stranger Than Fiction. And I'm planning on doing that. I was going to leave at like 4 a.m. today, but it's going to probably be a little later than that as we're getting, conflicting reports on exactly when this is going to happen. But, I couldn't, I felt bad not doing a show. So here's my studio apartment here. I set up a makeshift, place to do the operation. And I wanted to get into some stories on this November 15th of 2014. And thanks again for tuning in to The Truth is Stranger Than Fiction with Pete Wickard. And by now, if you don't know The Truth is Stranger Than Fiction, then I feel sorry for them because each day, man, each day, the world either does something crazier or just like us putting, that probe on a comet, we as humanity do something better. And that's the battle. That's the constant battle that, from good and evil. Technology can be used for so much good, but it tends to go to the dark and things like that. That we're on the verge of turning around. There's a lot of positive signs and the music industry and other places that we're winning the hearts and minds of most people. So everyone, I'd like to thank you for your support. I am going to be going down to Ferguson, so pray for me and pray for Joe Biggs and Jakari Jackson from InfoWars who are down there. And Johnny B. Good and I should be heading out whenever we get any intel, and it's about a 4.5 hour drive. And I'm going to keep you guys posted, and I'll have tons of videos and interviews up on my page, so it's going to be really cool. So I encourage you guys to check out InfoWars live feeds, but also the stuff we're going to be sending back as well. So it's going to be really interesting. So basically, on today's quick show here, out of my out of my nice little studio here, made by Pete Wicker. Well, thank you, thank you, thank you. We're going to go to the first story, which is Professor Jonathan Gruber, the MIT Dick, who basically has repeatedly said now, repeatedly, at least five, six, seven times by now, that the ignorance of the American voter is the reason that Obamacare was passed, and that we had to be manipulated in order to pass the bill. And it got through because of the ignorance, as like how he said, ignorance of the American people, with all these weird hand signs. And it's a little strange to me that they're all putting on this guy. Though we have Rahm Emanuel, his brother Ezekiel, who was an architect too. It's almost like they're throwing him under the bus as a scapegoat. So yeah, I hope that that's like I said the first topic. I wanted to play a clip since I'm not at the studio. I can't of him saying all this. I will next show. And basically, the fact of the matter is, this guy met with Obama. He talked with Obama about how to confuse us, we the people, and Congress, to pass the vote for the unaffordable health care act. And the only person who I think got this one right, who said that her what she meant, I'll say that, was what Dianne Feinstein, who said we have to pass the bill first, then we'll know if it's good. That's how sad it is as a country that our elected officials just, let's just pass the bill. Whatever happens, it happens. And you know what? We'll just find out and hope it's good. Hope it's good. But guess what, Diane finds it? It's not. And I'm sick of this. This brings up a bigger problem of our elected officials not reading the damn bills that they're supposed to pass or not. I mean, you're representing the people. You're supposed to take your job serious, okay? And you're supposed to do your job, okay? I would get fired if shit. Well, everyone at school, you get a D F if you're in college, right? For not showing up and missing a paper and not getting an assignment and not knowing about it, and all of a sudden everyone's handing in a paper, you get an F. So they're another level. And that's what makes me sick about this guy. He got four in this Gruber. Jonathan Gruber got $400,000 of our money, and then he goes around and brags about how stupid we are. When we first started the show, we told you Obamacare is nothing but taxes. I read the bill. I read the fucking bill. Okay, I read the damn thing, and it's a transfer of wealth. It hurts the mom and pop stores, shops, whatever. Regardless, the middle class, due to the having to pay for insurance for the employees. But on top of that, it's making them split the jobs up, and less people are actually working full time. It's hurting the economy. You can't keep your doctor. So he was in charge of spinning this and basically telling Obama his talking points, as well as going out in public and trying to do the same, trying to lie and deceive us. And in my eyes, he should be in prison. I believe that's racketeering. I'm actually pretty much, I'm positive it's racketeering. So they might have just put this guy to be like, the public, basically face for how mad the president is. No, it's not true. He met with the president, okay? He just signed in the Oval Office. They met. Obama wanted him to tell him, and he admitted this. He basically had to lie to us in Congress. A piece of shit like this Gruber guy. Yeah, I say we do something. I say we throw his ass in jail. But if we don't, we're just setting a precedent of these liberals that are so arrogant and think they know everything, to not only write their literature and have that sick belief that he knows best for everybody and he had to lie to us for the right thing to happen. No, that's not democracy. Democracy is us getting the intelligence and basically making a judgment based on the facts, not deception, and doing what's best for the American people. And that's what our elected officials used to do. Now they don't read the bill. The lobbyists and other interests, corporate interests, force them into an agenda. And we were at a very, very bad time in history as far as America, too. American politics, least amount of voters out. I mean, we got a lot of issues, people. And yeah, look what's going on in Ferguson, which I'll be there. It probably leave Sunday, if my source was correct, or Biggs gives me any intel, and I'll be able to post a ton of videos on that. It should be interesting, but I want to go help these people have the right to protest without getting attacked by military, basically. Joe Biggs got shot with a rubber bullet. Jakar Jackson, all those guys, pepper sprayed. I mean, I'm going to go down there and join the battle, not because I got asked, because I want to help. Okay, and I think others, if you're in the area, become a citizen journalist, go down there and film. Let's make sure that this doesn't blow up. Okay, it doesn't force or trigger some kind of civil war. That's my responsibility. I feel is to get down there and maybe my camera combined with InfoWars, because the mainstream ain't going to be there, will help prevent major like a major civil war. So I can't, not go. I'm 4.5 hours away. Have a lot of responsibilities with my sick mother and all that, but I gotta go. I feel like this could be stopped if people protest, the right way, don't loot, but also by people there with their cameras, keeping the police under control. That's huge to me, is keeping the police under control. But yeah, so going back to Obama for a quick for a moment, I just wanted to bring up how we can't just think about him. We have Ezekiel Emanuel. Okay, these people are all social engineers, Gruber included, Gruber, whatever the hell his name is. These people think they know what's best for us, not ourselves. They know what's best for us. And I don't know about you, but that guy can't even. Do you see any pictures of this dude? He can't even dress himself, and he's thinking he knows what's best for you and I. Nah, nah, bro. You need to look in the mirror and figure out what's best for you to wear on a news broadcast, bro. Because you look like a douchebag. I'm sorry to say it. So once you figure out how to dress yourself before you think you can lie, deceive, and control the American people. And I'm sorry, because this thing it pisses me off. He comes out of all as a like at a slip of the tongue. Fuck you. There ain't no slip of the tongue. You kidding me? You said it 10 times. It's part of your philosophy. And we as Americans need to get Obamacare repealed. We really, really do. Because that's the only thing he did. If you believe the Bin Laden story's fake, which most people do, then yeah, so that's all he did. Giant screw job. So let's get this damn thing repealed. Not like a little, all of it. Mitch McConnell. Okay, all of it. But the Cadillac tax, BS, and he laughs about it. Then basically talks about how, yeah, that was one of the best parts of this whole thing. And if we, increase taxes like John Kerry said on, the insurance companies, it'll trickle down to the policyholders. So what's the difference whether they tax us or the insurance company? Nothing. And the American people are too stupid to realize that, according to Gruber. Well, Gruber, the American people weren't too stupid to find your fucking comments, were they? I hope you get indicted, you go to jail. I hope you, dude, I hope you rot in hell for the evil piece of shit that you are. And that's. I'm sorry to swear. I'm sorry. I'm upset because I got dropped by my insurance. I can't afford insurance, and I still haven't gotten nothing in the mail when I did have to now sign up for Obamacare to avoid the damn fine, which I don't even have money to pay for. It's ridiculous how expensive this is. And this kind of, oh, you could keep your doctor. Oh, it's going to be less than a phone bill. What fucking phone company do you guys have, huh? Huh? Because there ain't no phone bill. It's more like the bill for your wife, Gruber. But, yeah, so basically lied about the Cadillac tax, which is supposedly the best part of the bill. We met with the president. The president, like, literally used the exact same comments as his dick. And sure enough, yeah, that's that. He has also wrote Romney Care, which now has death panels as well. So why don't we ask Gruber why there's death panels in there? He's probably the most honest guy. He'll give a great answer. He'll give a real answer because he's too stupid to actually, literally think that we're going to get his shit. Like, we're not going to hear what he says. So maybe if he is that stupid, we'll get his take on that. Because it's in there. They hide it. You got to read the subsection. So the good thing about this Gruber situation, and it's hard to find some good about one of the architects of Obamacare saying we're all idiots and that's why it was passed. So it's hard to find good news out of it. but especially when we paid at least on one payment $400,000 for him to call us assholes, dumb assholes. I challenge you to a charity boxing match, Kruger. Want to make some money? Let's do this. It'll be a 10-round fight, and I'll give you 3. All right. I'm sorry, people. I'm really upset. I wanted to do a show today. I wanted to get down to Ferguson, but things aren't going down yet. Like things let me down. So I can't stand this dick. I really can't. But let's look at some of the other things now. But this revelation, if anything, helped Obama's impeachment tremendously. Okay, tremendously, because now the people that had that feeling or kind of saw their rates go up or whatever the case may be, now have it in, you could say, writing, but this idiot talking, they have their evidence. That's what they thought it was. Now, here's one of the architects. That's what it is. It's not what I thought it was, but instead, it's what it is. And that's a good thing, because now we actually have a good chance of repealing that shit law. And if we can do that, sky's the limit. Sky's the limit. I'm not banking on Republicans, but what I am banking on is public pressure. Let's keep these guys pressure. Let's make them get rid of Obamacare completely. Let's not let this slide out of the public spotlight. Let's keep hammering and hammering and hammering until the damn bill itself is burnt and never heard of again. Because our old system had it. This is no change for the better. It's taking away doctors' right to make calls. It's basically them getting their information from a computer. Then what the computer tells them, then they can write. So pretty much, in my opinion, we need to get rid of this Foley, like Ted Cruz said, and I hope he's an American citizen. That way, Ted Cruz could run, and if he is an American citizen, let's follow his lead and repeal every word. And Rand Paul, I hope if you get elected, you do the same. We know Jeb Bush isn't, so the 2016 election is going to be key on that. But we are starting to see the Democrats realize that Obamacare is the downfall of their party, and party comes first, like Jesse Ventura always says with the gang, like similarities between gangs and politicians and their loyalties first to the party. So they might even try adapting more libertarian policies or libertarian philosophies just to try to deceive us. So don't be surprised if Jeb Bush comes out trying to sound like Ron Paul, just like George W. Bush did against Al Gore in the debates. I don't see why it's to quote George Bush. I don't see why the people think that America should go around and telling everybody how to run their countries. Who made us the global policemen? And not even 2 years later, we're in 2 major wars. So yeah, you can't believe them. That's why I think it's huge. But we also have Obama cutting power, right? There's about 1,000 power plants which got cut in half. So he's directly fighting this war on energy. We covered this in the show before. And he goes to China and does a little, kiss ass meeting out there, and all of a sudden he's wearing this nice little purple silk Chinese outfit, and so is Putin and everybody, and Putin cops a feel on the China's first lady or whatnot. And that was kind of interesting, but so he goes out there, and next thing you know, you hear about this agreement they have, and basically the agreement is we got to cut everything, CO2, which means the prices are going to go up for us. And what does China have to do? The most polluted damn country in the fucking world? Nothing. Nothing. Nothing at all. Nothing. Nothing. So that's not really a treaty, man. It sounds like they bitch slapped you and told you what to do, Obama. That ain't no treaty. What China doesn't have to do nothing. That sounds like they got you, brother. They got you. But yeah, so we have this global warming crusade, Obama, right? Which is we have a polar whatever blast, Arctic blast, take where people in Florida are wearing coats in Texas. I mean, this is crazy. Al Gore's lies of how his houses would be underwater at this time are all bullshit, you know. So his crusade on global warming could fall apart because everything is getting proven that that's a bunch of BS. It's that simple. So the one crusade he's going on is on a bullshit cause, which is not surprising. And the only reason the oil's down right now is to try to punish Russia. You hear them? You hear me? Punish Russia. It's not some miraculous thing that happened just because Obama snapped his fingers. No, they're doing this to punish Russia. And think about this. And why was it up so high? Hmm? Think about that. Why was it up so high in the first place? They said because all the wars and this and that. Well, there's still a war going on. It's not like it's a peaceful place in Iraq, at the moment. It's not like Russia, Ukraine, all sorts of other crap isn't going on. It's not like we don't have ISIS we're dealing with, or we're using our, fuel for planes and things and military, things like that. So why all of a sudden now can they drop gas prices just because to punish Putin? It's, it's that simple. So think about that. They've been screwing us to the point where they can lower it. They're like now, and no one really asks questions why. They're just happy. But think about why couldn't it have been like this before? Why do we have to get pissed at somebody to have cheap gas prices for American citizens? Doesn't make sense. That sounds like economic warfare on the American citizens that they're breaking to flip flop it and use as an economic weapon of warfare on Putin's Russia. And so I think the oil, Russia's aggression, Obama's complete failures, and his goals that have passed, which have been ridiculous with agenda, have all gone to the public spotlight. And his most recent thing was the acting unilaterally in immigration. That could get him impeached as well. Charles Krauthammer just said that. So the guy's digging his own grave. And if you didn't see the Thursday show we covered ISIS and the possible link. I did some more research on what the hacker Wichert who said Chicago would get hit with a nuke in 2015, and I did some more research. And this Wichert, uh, Gucci Fur, whatever his damn name is, seems legit. I mean, he's got pictures of George Bush in a bathtub, in his feet. He's hacked several high agencies. He's hacked different governments. So you got to look at it. He's got the proof. The proof is in the pudding. He took an axe to his computer. It's hiding something. But with my new information on him, I think that the CIA or FBI definitely had some plans, and these plans probably involved a smaller nuke to go off in Chicago, not to destroy it. There's too much for the globalists here. So I think they want to do it to clamp down on martial law a little bit more. And with ISIS taking that picture of the Congress building, I believe it was down here, something ain't right. So I do believe that they are going to do this. I just hope that it's not on like a massive scale. I really do. Because I have a feeling that this guy's right. I've said in the air. I think Chicago's like the perfect storm. I mean, the corruption allows you to get away with things. Obama's ties to Rahm Emanuel. I mean, shit, they could. I'm surprised we haven't been hit yet. And thank God for that every night. So, pray for me, especially in 2015. And now I want to be here to fight this battle. I really do. And that's why I'm going down to Ferguson tomorrow. I know that something can happen to me, but it's worth it because I'm fighting for a bigger cause. So if something does happen to me, I was doing something I believe in, and that's what matters. That's really what matters, people. Whew. But yeah, so I did my research and I am scared. I'm not gonna lie, because if something were to happen and the power were to go out here, my mom can't get dialysis. What do I do? The highways are going to be packed. I mean, this is worst case scenario. So I'm going to ask everyone out there, again, listening, to email me at petewickert@att.net, and please send me any information on that, because that's deep to my heart. And if there's anyone listening that I have many great fans and I love you guys, especially of high rank. And if you got any information, or even you want an off record, like a hint or tip or something, please contact me at petewickert@att.net. All right. So moving on to the final two stories here. Uh, are we in a new Cold War? A new Cold War that's very interesting to ponder. And we got Russia flying off the Gulf Coast, and they want to get bases in Cuba and other places in South America. And I found out recently they actually have the right to fly over Area 51. I was like, what? They can fly over Area 51? How is that even possible? It's in a treaty. So, yeah, they do. So, yeah, they're flying off the Gulf Coast, and Putin and their economy in Russia is not doing well. So Putin knows what stimulates the economy, war, and that's probably why he went into Crimea, you know. And now he's trading arms with China, and he knows that China, if it came down to it, would join them. They both see the United States as a common adversary. Like they would join forces to get us. Like, definitely. It's not like they come to our aid. Trust me. Mark my words on that one. And then, to me, that'd be a hot war at that point already. But the bases in South America, it's starting to remind me of the Cuban Missile Crisis and the close encounters with Soviet spy planes and their surveillance planes and the commercial airline. It's just one of those accidents could just trigger, World War III. We had to realize, people, that every day we go to bed, we should just pray and thank God and for another day, and just pray that these lunatics would, just stop pushing Russia and egging Russia on, and as far as now as Russia goes, them the same, to stop flying around our airspace to egg stuff on. But that goes back to President Obama. Russia feels like they can do whatever the hell they want with him in office. I mean, they wait, like China too, they wait till he gets there to literally show off this new fighter jet that looks just like ours. It's like everyone rubs shit in his face. He's with Putin there. The next day we're flying, that Russia's flying over the damn, Gulf of Mexico. This is crazy, people. This is a joke. And Russia's, economy needs to counter the sanctions and counter the lowering price of oil. So military involvement somewhere would do so. So they're probably ready to fight. They're not going to back down. So it scares me. It really does. But I don't think I know our elected official Barack Obama is competent to a sense, but I'm starting to really think this guy's just kind of lost it. It's just it's a scary thought, but I think the guy's completely gone, and anything in the cards is anything in the cards could happen at this point. And God only knows what the next big false flag's going to be. I just pray it's not here in America. Period. I just pray that it's not in Chicago, and it would just cripple not just this state and this city, but this country. And it's a crazy thing. But yeah, so basically, people, we got to realize we're in an economic war right now with Russia. We really are. We're at war again. Well, we're still in the drug war, so technically we never not been at war in my lifetime. And yeah, so we're in an economic war via the sanctions and Russia's counters, and yeah, we're in economic war. We're definitely using economic warfare tactics by lowering the gas to hurt Russian oil exports. So I mean, we're literally fighting the Russians again right now. It's not. It's another Cold War. I truly believe we have officially entered it. I talked about this on a show a few months ago, and I said, yeah, I think we're headed that way. Well, folks, we're here. We're here. we're here. Russia feels they can do whatever, and Obama's just going to sit back, chill, and watch ESPN. That's our commanding chief. Just getting stomped around by every damn country. Grow a pair, Obama. Do something. It's doing repeal Obamacare. Make the moral choice. Admit it was a mistake. Salvage something of your presidency. If you know what's good for you. I'm sorry, people. I said I'm sorry. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And here's another thing. I think the U.S. likes the adversary of Russia. I think they do. I think they're like, hey, we got someone to fight. Guess what that means? We could research new weapons. We could raise taxes. We could go to wherever Area 51 is, if it's at White Sands right now or if it's at the actual complex. Oh, we could go and prepare and spend billions on this and that, right? Billions of bucks of our taxpayer dollars. So in a sense, strong Russia helps us because it helps our economy. You know why? Because the military-industrial complex. That's why. So basically, to me, I think they're just a little coincidental that every time Obama meets Putin, the next day, like he invades or he does this. It's to me, it almost seems like they're like giving him the green light. So then, in result, they could counter by, building things themselves and technically starting up another arms race. Again, that's leading to me to conclude we're in another Cold War. People, we need to realize that. It's not even being reported, but we're in an economic war now. This is the same shit. We're in another fucking Cold War. That's not a question. All I have to say is welcome to the new Cold War Part 2. All right, last couple things. I saw on InfoWars, Jesse Ventura came on and actually sounded positive about running for president in 2016, although he did not confirm or, that he was running. He sounded very optimistic, which is a good sign for me, and sounds like he could still run, and despite the demonization, brought to him by the lawsuit. And he basically he's gonna talk, or I'm gonna play the video next show so you could hear him and talk with Alex in the interview. And I'm also gonna try to get him on the show soon. And he talked about the conspiracy theory situation. I mean, he talked about all sorts of things, and I thought it was a great interview he had with Alex. So I'm gonna play that next show. And we just in conclusion, I want you to think about this: we ship our power plants to China, yet we're the ones that have to do more to cut back our carbon footprint, while China, who is the biggest polluter, doesn't have to do anything. Think about that. And then number two, U of I professor who helped write bio warfare, tactics and laws, says Ebola is the flu, is like a flu mixed with Ebola. And with flu like season right here, and the changing of the temperature and how cold it is, the droplets like spread via air. I mean, that's a scary thought. And prestigious, well-known professor would come out and say that on InfoWars. So I just want to repeat that. And for people that question Gucci for a hacker guy, he's got pictures, and he knew the system. The New York Times article just screwed him around. And yeah, it really did. But this could be all part of the New World Order's plan. We had women in Africa being sterilized via vaccines this week. It was caught and proven by samples. So it's huge news. But I mean, I pray and I feel sorry for the ladies and the kids and everyone else who's been getting a vaccine like that out there. I wish them the best. And yeah, basically, I heard the other day a little Fox News slip. It was on who's that old man again? What is his name? It's not Bill O'Reilly. So I heard he had his political analyst on, and he said, well, we're going to just get a Republican in the White House. She goes, so that's your plan, is to wait till 2016 and have Jeb just walk right in through the door? And she was angry, fighting back and forth kind of with him, and he was kind of being rude. So I think she had a little slip of the tongue, because right after she was taken off, and there's like no response. So it seemed to me like we were looking at a Hillary Clinton 2016 run against Jeb Bush, unless Jesse Ventura runs. So everybody, please email Jesse, comment on his page, ask him to run. Let's get this thing going. But we got to convince him. So you can check out my Wix page, Jesse Ventura 26 Illinois 2016, and we try to basically get other people to unite and do petitions for him, just so we could show him we're on the right page, fan emails, whatever we can, because he's a real person. I don't agree with everything he says, but no one can agree with everything every politician says, but he's a real man. We need real men in the office. So I encourage you guys to help him out. I mean, he's been demonized. They canceled his show. I mean, he's a guy they don't want to hear. They don't want to hear about him. And we got to get him in office. We really do. And he would, focus on healthcare, infrastructure, and pull us out of war, man. It'd be a different country. That's real fucking change. Not Obama's change for the worse. It's going to be change for the better. States' rights. Free market. That's what America's all about, people. That's what America's all about. And thank you for tuning into this abbreviated version of the show. I'd like to say, if you're watching, Seth, my phone is broke at the moment. I have to switch out, and if you can, write your number and message me on Facebook. But to everyone else, thank you for tuning in to this November 15th of 2014 broadcast, which I had to do out of my house. because again, Danny's sick. I'd like to thank, True Real News. I'd like to thank, everybody out there, Joe Biggs and Jakari for their work, and Ferguson. I hope to see you soon. And everybody for your support. You could email me at petewickert@att.net. Check out my YouTube page. That's youtube.com/petewickert. And, like, share, comment on the videos. And please, let's get this show on the road. Let's get this ball rolling. And let's reach more and more people. And I need your support. So please donate. And best way to do that is get a hold of me directly. And got my emails, Pete Wickert, Wickert spelled Wichert @att.net with no spaces. And this was The Truth is Stranger Than Fiction with Pete Wickert. The question is, can you handle the truth?